Ever catch yourself watching workout videos instead of actually exercising? Or organizing your desk instead of studying for that big test? We've all been there. Dodging the hard stuff by doing something easier, something that feels productive but isn't. It's human nature to chase fake wins, but here's the catch. Deep down, you know it's not the real deal. In this video, I'll show you how to stop running from what matters and start practicing for real, with one tiny trick that changes everything. Let's be honest, avoidance is sneaky. You tell yourself, I'll just watch one more fitness tutorial, or I'll clean my room first, then study. It feels good, like you're preparing, like you're in control, but hours later, you're still not exercising, still not studying. That's the trap. We fill our time with busy work to avoid the real practice. Why? Because the real stuff, the stuff that counts, is hard. It's uncomfortable, and our brains are wired to pick the path of least resistance. I used to do this all the time. Last year, I had a huge presentation to prepare for. My job depended on it. But instead of practicing, I spent days tweaking the slides, researching random tips, even organizing my email inbox. I felt productive, proud even, until the night before. I stood in front of the mirror, tried to rehearse, and froze. I hadn't practiced a single word. That fake pride crashed hard. I realized I'd been running from the real work, and it showed. I barely scraped through that presentation, and I swore I'd never let that happen again. Here's what I learned. Fake wins don't last. They're a sugar rush. Quick satisfaction that leaves you empty. Real practice, though, that's the slow burn fuel that builds something lasting. You know what's real practice in your life, whether it's hitting the gym, studying, or facing a tough conversation. But knowing isn't enough. The gap between knowing and doing is where most of us get stuck. So how do you cross it? Here's the trick. Break it down so small it feels like nothing. Feeling overwhelmed by a task? Don't aim to do it all. Aim for 5%. Just 5%. If it's exercise, that's 1 minute of stretching. If it's studying, it's 1 page of notes. Sounds too easy, right? That's the point. When it's that small, your brain doesn't panic. No big willpower needed, just a tiny nudge. And here's the magic. Once you start, you often keep going. That 5% turns into flow, into real progress. Take my friend Sarah. She wanted to run a 5K but kept avoiding training. Too daunting. I told her about the 5% trick. She started with 1 minute of jogging, literally 60 seconds. Day 1, she laughed at how easy it was. Day 2, she did 2 minutes. By week 3, she was running 20 minutes without even thinking about it. That tiny start snowballed into finishing her 5K, and she's never been prouder. It's not about the size of the step, it's about starting. Science backs this too. Studies show small habits compound into big results over time, so stop fooling yourself with busy work. You don't need another video, another plan, you need to start. Pick one thing you've been avoiding, something you know is real practice. Break it into a 5% chunk. Do it today. 1 minute, 1 step, 1 sentence. Whatever it is, just begin. Do it for 2 days and watch what happens. You'll meet a version of yourself you're actually proud of. Not the fake pride you, but the real deal you. Thanks for watching this today. It means a lot. If this hit home, drop a comment with what you're starting. Let's cheer each other on. Want more tips like this? Hit subscribe and that like button. I'd love to keep this going with you. See you in the next one.